What's up, Gumballers? Did you know Gumball's final episode was actually a warning to humanity? Gumball's final episode, The Inquisition, wasn't just an ending. It was a prophecy. A desperate scream trapped inside glitching silence. A coded warning about the future of humanity, and almost every fan missed it. This wasn't about cartoon randomness or comedic chaos. It was about us. Our memes, our screens, our digital illusions, our AI dependencies, our reality rotting under the surface while we keep scrolling away in ignorance.
What are you doing to them?
Fixing them, and their transformation is almost complete.
Almost?
Today we're breaking down every hidden clue and decoding why this finale is the scariest cartoon ending of all time. Because once you see the truth behind this episode, you can never unsee it. The episode recap. What really happened? The Inquisition kicks off like any typical Gumball episode, filled with absurdity, randomness, and hilarious nonsense that made the show iconic. A mysterious inspector arrives at Elmore Junior High out of nowhere. His appearance is unsettling, a giant head with empty eyes that seem devoid of life or empathy. His vibe is creepy, dark, and borderline demonic. As he walks down the school halls, his evil plan unfolds. He wants to transform every student into a normal human.
Listen to me, Elmore Junior High. I've had enough of your cartoonish conduct.
On the surface, it's comedic chaos. Darwin, usually a cute pet fish brother, mutates into a grotesque human-fish hybrid with soulless eyes, unsettling viewers instantly. Anais, known for her intelligence, transforms into a creepy tiny child stripped of her vibrant cartoon essence. Principal Brown, typically goofy, morphs into a melted mannequin nightmare, a horrific visual straight from your sleep paralysis hallucinations. Let's talk about what the Inspector really represents. Pause here and think deeply. This Inspector didn't arrive just for comedic relief. He embodied a metaphor, a physical manifestation of societal systems forcing people into conformity at the cost of individuality and authenticity. But what if he represented something even darker? Many fans theorize this Inspector symbolizes the Antichrist, or oppressive end-time powers prophesied in the Bible. An enforcer demanding submission, stripping away free will, creativity, and uniqueness under the guise of normalcy and order. His presence foreshadowed an age where humanity bows to illusions, trading truth for socially programmed acceptance, where that makes us human is erased by a system more sinister than we can fathom. Then came the scene that shattered everything. In the final moments, Principal Brown explains the Inspector's machine. Gumball and Darwin stand close, confusion and dread plastered across their cartoon faces. Then, reality collapses. The screen flickers with static distortions like an old television gasping its final breath. Characters freeze mid-motion, their bright colors blur into warped shadows of themselves, as if their essence is being deleted pixel by pixel.
Who are you?
I'm Tina.
Who are you?
I'm Tobias.
And Gumball just stares up. His eyes widen in silent horror as the sky above rips apart like shredded paper, revealing a void of nothingness beyond comprehension. The distortion intensifies, the glitch grows louder, the screen shakes violently, then everything goes black. And these haunting words appear: to be continued. The dark truth behind to be continued. Here's where everything turns dark. That to be continued? It never continued. There was no follow-up episode, no movie explaining the glitch, no statement from Cartoon Network addressing this ending. Millions of fans searched online theorizing what it meant, but no official answers ever came. At first, it felt like the usual cliffhanger gimmick, but what if that wasn't the case? What if that was the message itself? Now think about this. What if everything, every joke, every glitch, every episode was building to one final moment? The entire series wasn't random. It was a countdown to something much bigger.
What shall we do? Shall we tell the truth and face the consequences of our action?
What is it with you and trying to be honest all the time? No, we need a copy of Alligators on a Train.
The Amazing World of Gumball was never just a cartoon about a blue cat and his pet fish getting into chaotic trouble. Every episode was layered with deeper satire, mocking society's obsession with consumerism, exposing the absurdity of viral trends and influencer culture, highlighting how we willingly trap ourselves in meaningless loops. But in the finale, the creators weren't trying to make us laugh anymore. They wanted to wake us up.
CSD.
What's CSD?
Compulsive singing disorder. It means that I can sing at anytime.
By glitching Elmore apart, they screamed a chilling truth to the world. If we keep living like glitchy memes, eventually everything will break. The biblical connection. Rapture or glitch? Could that final sky tear scene be a hidden reference to the rapture? The Bible talks about a day when the skies will open and life as we know it will end abruptly. In Gumball's final scene, the sky rips apart, reality collapses, and everything goes black. Is it purely comedic symbolism or a cartoon prophecy, hinting at the day humanity's illusions shatter and we face the truth we've been running from? The world we live in now, it's a reality check. Look around in 2025. We're living in the most distracted, disconnected era ever recorded. TikTok doom scrolling from sunrise to 3 a.m., draining ambition, sleep, purpose, and mental health. AI filters warping our faces until we no longer recognize ourselves or our loved ones. Fake news melting minds into confusion, making truth irrelevant. Social media trends glitching our attention spans until we can't focus on anything that truly matters. Society is glitching out for clout, exactly like Elmore collapsed under the inspector's external interference. If this feels uncomfortably real, we decode these illusions every week, and you're going to want to see what's next. The scariest part. Here's what makes this prophecy terrifying. We are not cartoon characters who get to reset after the credits roll. This is real life. There is no comedic outro waiting for us when our world tears apart under the weight of digital illusions. The creator's hidden hint. Ben Bocolet, Gumball's creator, once revealed, the whole show is kind of a satire of the world we live in. We always wanted to show the contradictions of modern life, using comedy to reveal ridiculous things we all do.
Then he put 3 X's to show how extreme it'll be.
It's a love letter. He thinks you're...
Shh. He didn't just satirize society, he predicted its collapse if we don't wake up. Want a chilling truth? Here's a chilling fact. Studies show Gen Z spends over 7 hours daily staring at screens. That's more than half their waking life trapped inside digital illusions, living in distorted versions of reality instead of embracing the truth of who they really are. That final ending with a glitching sky and haunting words "to be continued" wasn't an edgy joke or a random cliffhanger to tease the next season. It was his final goodbye and his final warning. The creepiest detail no one talks about. Here's what makes the finale unforgettable. Gumball didn't scream. He didn't shout for help. He didn't crack a joke to lighten the tension or break the fourth wall to comfort viewers. He just stared silently, eyes wide in existential horror as his reality tore apart above him. No comedic twist, no silly commentary, just silent, paralyzing fear left hanging forever. That wasn't a writing error, it was intentional. It was the show's most powerful statement. Even your favorite cartoon can't save you from the glitch. The mirror effect. It was never about Gumball. Because the final glitch wasn't about Gumball's world ending, it was about ours. We are the real to be continued. We're the ones ignoring reality collapsing around us while we chase likes, mimic trends, and scroll our lives away in endless digital loops. Every meme you swipe past, every fake trend you follow, every mindless doom scroll, it's another distortion in your mental system. But here's the real prophecy.
He will show his face in the mirror, and with his long, cold claws, he will rip your spirit away from you.
Just like cartoons predicting humanity's downfall, Gumball carried its own prophecy. The Amazing World of Gumball wasn't just comedic nonsense filled with memes and wacky characters. It was a mirror held up to Gen Z and Gen Alpha, exposing how memes, cloud chasing, and illusions are tearing reality apart from the inside out. That finale wasn't unfinished. It was the final warning.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I know, right?
I'm definitely taller than you, and if my eyes were that close together, I'd be a cyclops.
If we keep living life like broken memes, there won't be another episode. There's still one mystery left. What if Gumball's finale was more than a satire or philosophical warning? What if it was coded prophecy wrapped in comedy because cartoons are the only way society can hear the truth without panic? Imagine this. The inspector wasn't just a villain for comedic effect. He was a metaphor for the systems that control us. Governments, tech companies, algorithms that shape how we think, what we see, and who we become. Every time a student turned normal, it was the show saying, look at what happens when we all become the same. Creativity dies, individuality rots, and our colorful personalities turn into gray conformity. Because think about it, Darwin, a talking fish with legs, became a silent humanoid creature. Anais the genius bunny was turned into a voiceless toddler-like human. Principal Brown, the overly emotional teacher, morphed into a frozen mannequin. That's what conformity does.
I can see you, Principal Brown.
No, you can't.
It strips away life, humor, quirks, uniqueness, everything that makes us human. Now let's tie it to real life. We wake up every day and scroll our feeds, replicating dances, mimicking aesthetics, stealing personalities, chasing trends so we can fit in. We filter our faces into the same glossy perfection until no one looks real anymore. We watch memes about deepfake AI clones, yet we laugh it off, not realizing it's already here, warping elections, news, and our perception of reality. That glitch ending wasn't an exaggeration. It was an honest depiction of what happens when a society's digital infrastructure collapses under its own weight. When the episode glitched, it wasn't just Gumball's world dying. It was reality itself breaking apart because the illusion could no longer hold. Ask yourself, what happens when the algorithms collapse? When AI-generated humans become indistinguishable from real humans? When your reality glitches, where do you run to? And here's the scariest twist no one talks about. The inspector arrives from nowhere. No backstory, no origin. He just appeared, bringing silent doom disguised as order. That's exactly how sudden societal collapse is. One day, life feels like memes and iced coffee routines, and the next day, the system updates and humanity is locked out of its own reality. Gumball's creators were genius storytellers. They knew if they screamed society is falling apart, no one would listen. But by turning it into an absurd cartoon, people laughed. Until the laughter stopped. Until the glitches began to feel familiar. But if you missed the most haunting detail, look again. Gumball didn't scream. He didn't even move. He just stared upwards at the glitching sky as everything flickered around him. His silence was louder than any comedic outro. It was as if he finally understood that his world was never real.
And horns that we're proud to call our friend.
That everything he believed in, the school, the streets, his family, was a simulation built for viewers' entertainment. In that split second, his reality collapsed. Now here's where it gets eerily prophetic for us. Many philosophers say it's reality's perception. If your perception is controlled, your reality is controlled. If your perception collapses, your reality collapses too. Today, algorithms control your perception. You don't choose what you see online. It's chosen for you to maximize your addiction, anger, envy, or validation. You're in a glitch loop, just like Gumball. But unlike Gumball, we're not cartoons. We don't get a to be continued. There's no sequel when the system collapses. It's over. That's why this final episode is more than an ending. It's an alarm clock ringing for every Gen Z, every Gen Alpha, every millennial hypnotized by their screen saying, wake up before your reality glitches forever. And here's something wild to consider. What if the glitch wasn't a metaphor for digital collapse, but spiritual collapse? Some fans theorized the tearing sky symbolized the rapture, that moment when the physical realm peels open, revealing a hidden dimension beyond human comprehension. Think about it. Gumball's world was cartoon physics, immortal characters, comedic deaths, floating objects, but when the glitch came, those physics broke. Reality was exposed as an illusion. In religious prophecies, it said the world will be destroyed by its own sin, delusion, and moral decay. The digital age has become our Tower of Babel, our golden calf, and that glitching finale was the cartoon version of humanity's revelation. This is why the ending was left unresolved, because we are the continuation. Our choices decide the next episode of humanity. Will we fix the glitch, or will we let it consume us entirely? That is the final warning the Amazing World of Gumball left for us. And before you go, let's end with a challenge. If you made it this far, comment "I see the glitch" below. Also, don't just like this video. Prove you're not part of the glitch, subscribe, and let's keep tearing down these digital illusions together.